The market takes the bull setup and runs with it. How high can they go from here? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay guys, so in yesterday's video I told you that even though the market traded down most of the day, it did trade up into the close in a bullish formation, and the bulls had a setup to break out, and that's exactly what we saw. The market tested the lows at the open and then broke out for most of the rest of the day, taking it back to the weekly highs. Now the question is, how high can the bulls go? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, if you've ever wanted to learn Elliott Wave Theory or how it works, or you're just struggling with it, I have an incredible deal for you. We have our Elliott Wave for Beginners course, and I have an amazing coupon for you at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. For now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500, and all the way back here on May 4th, when we made this slightly lower low, I told you that if we were going to go higher in Wave 5, it would likely be a diagonal, as we did invalidate the impulsive move on the move down. And that's exactly what we've seen. A lot of three-wave structures in here, which has made this a little bit tougher to trade and confuses a lot of traders if you don't know what you're looking for. So off of this low, we got an A, B, C up for this circle A. We got an A, B, C down for this circle B. And now we're trying to get this 5-wave move up for this circle C and this bracketed 5 to complete the move off of the low that we've been talking about since last October. So from 3,500 in last October, we said that we should be looking at 4,300 plus. And here we are in this area trying to finish out that move 8 months later. So what the counts look like here is the C wave is trying to finish, and there are two potential paths. The first path is in black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it does have an extended wave 5, but with a very short wave 1, you would look for an extended wave 5. But the path really doesn't make a ton of sense, in my opinion, for that to play out, but it would target about the 4310 area if we were going to have this be the start to wave 5 up. And what that would look like is we completed 4 here down at about 4175 or so, and the move today took us up in wave 1 of 5. Then we'd look for wave 2 of 5 and a pullback that should hold about the 4200 range. Then we would come back up in wave 1 of 3 of 5 and stop here, and this is going to be the difference between the two counts. If we're in wave 5, they should pull back and then come back up to these highs, stop one more time, pull back, and then break out to give us that 5-wave move up toward the 4310 to 20 area to complete that wave. So that would be the wave 5 scenario. Again, I don't love it for a few reasons. Number one, I told you yesterday, this wave 4 is very deep. They did break the 50% retrace, which makes me think it's not a wave 4, but they didn't fully invalidate. So it is possible that that can play out. So that would be count number 1 in black. The alternative bullish count is that we're in wave 3, and it makes a little bit more sense. If you look at it, we have a 1, okay, and then an ABC down for 2, and this would be 1 of 3 on the way up. Now we'd look for a wave 2 pullback, again, that would hold 4,200, so it's going to look very similar to the wave 5 count. And then when we come back up, we would be in 3 of 3, and what we'd look for is a move into the pivot area, and then some chop here, and then a breakout up from there. And that breakout should take us over 4,300 to about the 4315 area. And then from there, we'd look for a pullback and a move up towards 4340. One more pullback, and then concluding this move around the 4370 area on the ES. Now, this is the future, so the S&P, I think, is about 10 points or so off. And so you'll see that as a difference where the S&P probably hits around the 4350 area. I think we have a futures roll coming up. What day is that on? That is on the 9th. So next Friday, we have a futures contract roll. So if they don't get there by next Friday, we could see kind of an amplified ES. A lot of times those futures are higher and give us a fake kind of gap up on those days. So next Friday, we do have a futures roll, so that is important to watch. But the overall point is that if they come up and break through, and then they ultimately push through 4272. That's a very strong indication we're in a wave 3 up, a wave 3 of 3 that should take us toward the 4315 area. 4330 area, then a pullback, and then on up to complete at the 4360 to 70 area on the futures chart. In my training room, guys, and this is important. I told you about the Elliott Wave for Beginners course. I did tell everybody, once you get up to this wave 1 high, this is very common, very easy stuff where wave 1 of 3 or wave 1 of 5 is going to come back to the previous high because that's resistance and likely fail. We talked about that in the room, and at 12:18 I said, hey, very likely we see this failure here, and you can see that at 12:18 on the chart, that was exactly when they started to pull back off of that high. So the only other option is they gap it up and take it in a straight shot. I don't love that option, but it is possible. That would be more likely in the wave 5 area of 43.10 to 20. But these are the two most probable counts where we do get a slight pullback and then an explosion higher up toward 4,300. Now, if the bears want to take back control of the market, what they need to do is they need to break this low, first of all. But even if they do that, guys, I would still count this as a wave 1 up, and then just an A, B, C higher, unless they can break down below 41.44. If they can break 41.44, then the bears are going to take back control of the market, and we should look for them to continue to the downside. Otherwise, I would look for this to be a bigger ABC to hold support in the 41.50 to 60 area, and then come back up and take on wave 3 from there. Over on the NASDAQ. Okay, on the NASDAQ, we've been all over this as well. We're on the 1-hour chart here. And they got the ABC down for 2. They came up and completed wave 3, came all the way back exactly to the 1.0 here and held, which is exactly what you would expect to see. And then we've seen the push up in wave 3 to complete. And then we see the pullback in wave 4, which came back to that extension perfectly. And now is pushing up to complete this wave 5, which should be around the 14,900 area. Overall, it could be a little shorter than that. I've been saying 14,650 to 14,800, but if they do want to extend, they can push it up to as high as 14,900 before we see a top in the NASDAQ. But overall, it's playing by the rules. It's been the leader this whole time. I've told you forever the NASDAQ is in a bullish position and set to break out to well over 14,000. And here we are continuing to do so as the NASDAQ looks to push toward 14,750 to 14,800 in that range, possibly as high as 14,900. But the NASDAQ is a much clearer count. We don't have to worry so much about whether it's a 3 or a 5. It's followed the rules. It's hit the Elliott Wave targets exactly. So much easier and much cleaner as it is an impulsive structure as opposed to the diagonal that we're looking at on ES. So NASDAQ would be looking for a continuation pattern as well. And a break back over the highs here would be a very strong indication of that. Now, if the bears do want to try to take control, we could see an ABC in the NASDAQ as well where they come back down. 14,161 is our area to hold. Below that is a warning to the bulls. And ultimately, 14,103 is the last line in the sand. Below that, and the move up is likely done, and the top is likely in. So the NASDAQ's pretty straightforward. Hold 14,103. You can continue to push higher. And the setup right now is to continue to push higher towards the 14,650 to 14,900 area, just kind of depending on how high they want to extend that push. Guys, if you love this information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. If you've been here for any amount of time, you know that there's a new box on this page, and that is our Elliott Wave for Beginners course that I talked about early on in the video. I also talked about it throughout the video session, where I give updates in my midday videos, so it's very beneficial to be in these rooms. But this course is for anyone who wants to learn Elliott Wave or struggles with Elliott Wave or doesn't understand Elliott Wave. This is the course for you. And right now, only until Saturday at midnight, honoring the Vegas Golden Knights going to the Stanley Cup Finals, you get a coupon code of Go Knights, which you can see on the screen, all one word, Go Knights, for $30 off of this course. So you can get this course for $37 right now, and it is an incredible course. There's 25 videos in there where I go over my chart setup, all of my tools, everything that I use for Elliott Wave, all of the ways I'm able to see these moves happen before they happen, the macro counts, all of that stuff. It's all in there. It's an incredible course. You use that coupon code Go Knights, and you get $30 off. Now, when you use the coupon code, this is important. You can see right here, it says price $67. Scroll down, and it'll say have a coupon right here. Put in the coupon code, Go Knights, all one word. Oops. And hit enter. When you hit enter, a little bar will come up. And when you scroll to the top, You'll see that the price is $37 with coupon Go Nights. So that's how you do it. And then once all your information's in there, you got the coupon code in there, select how you'd like to pay for it, and hit the sign up button. If you're paying with a credit card, you'll put in your credit card information after this screen. So hit sign up. It will take you to the payment screen, and you'll get that information right away. Very cool course. A lot of good stuff in there. I highly recommend it for anybody who wants to learn Elliott Wave. Okay, so back to the membership plans. We do have two incredible plans. Both of them come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it and become part of our trading team. You can cancel at any time. As I said, we did start our Elliott Wave for Beginners course, and here's what it looks like on the inside. There's the introduction, the chart setup and tools, and all of the Elliott Wave for Beginners videos, 25 in all, going through each wave, exactly how they work, what we're looking for, and all the setups that I use. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video, which you can see is very helpful to our room, where I go over exactly where we are in the counts. I also do some teaching in there and exactly what to expect as the day goes on. You also get the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price, and he gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. It's something you kind of have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, I would love for you to either be part of our trading team, which is really where you get the most benefit, or at the very least, try our Elliott Wave for Beginners course for $30 off. It's an incredible value. All right, key takeaways for today. We're either looking at a wave 3 starting to the upside or a wave 5. If it's a wave 3, the next move up should break through the highs and push over 42.72. If it's a wave 5, we should see him fail here a couple of times before we see a breakout. To the downside, we could see an ABC into the 41.60 to 70 area. I think that's becoming less likely at this time, but not impossible. And a break of 41.44, and the bears are likely in control, and the top is likely in. Over on the NASDAQ, much cleaner setup. The NASDAQ's been leading and telling the truth the whole time. It does have a bullish setup up toward the 14,650 to 14,900 area. However, if they can break down below the 14,102 area, then it would more likely become the top is in and we're on our way down. Guys, it's the weekend. Take advantage of that coupon. It expires Saturday. Go out, watch the Knights game. They play Saturday. Go Knights, go. Enjoy your family. Get out of the house, and I will talk to you next week.